We can remember swimming in December, heading for the city lights in 1975.
Hey guys, join me to learn more about Buganda Kingdom and Idi Amin story. Let's get started. Office is, and we want to get to understand what is happening right inside here. And then we also see Idi Amin torture chamber. Idi Amin torture chamber is right inside here. So we'll get to learn more about it. This is the Kingdom Palace.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the king does not sleep here due to the bad history and the memories attached on this palace. This palace was once attacked by Idi Amin, 1960s.
Okay.
A number of Ugandans were tortured and were killed from here. And in the culture of the kingdom, kings do not shed blood.
Kings do not shed blood.
Yeah, so we believe that this place was once a bloodshed. That's why the king can't sleep in it. But uses it as his office. When he visitors, he meets them here.
Okay.
Then he proceeds out to other palaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he comes, how often does it come here?
Like yesterday was here.
Oh, he was here yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the model of education of African kings was through travel and exposure to the European lifestyle.
Yeah.
Whatever they liked in Europe, they brought it back home. So one of our kings called King David Chua. He visited the Buckingham Palace.
Yes.
He was amazed with the British architecture. When he came back, the king went back on the construction of this structure. So it's one of the oldest buildings we have in Uganda, built 1922.
1922.
Yeah, and finished 1933.
1922 to 2033. That's
1922 to 1933.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is a replica of the Buckingham. He was liberal in nature. Was the king allowed to go to school? Who allowed women to go to school? Women to eat eggs and chicken. He died when he was 43 years and buried in Kasubi tombs.
Okay.
Yeah, the last king to stay was called Kabaka Mutesa II, Uganda's first constitutional president.
Okay.
Uganda got her independence on 9th October 1962. The king became the president, or same time king, same time president. He got misunderstandings between him and Obote. Then Obote ordered Idi Amin to attack this palace. So this palace was attacked 1966. A number of Ugandans were tortured and were killed from here.
Okay.
And in the culture of the kingdom, kings do not shed blood.
Yes.
So we believe that this place was once a bloodshed. That's why the king can't sleep in it. But he uses it as his office. When he has visitors, he meets them here. Then he proceeds out to other palaces.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the palace, then that's the parliament. That's the oldest parliament we have in the eastern centre of Africa.
Which one? Oh, that is the parliament.
Yeah, the parliament.
The farthest
Uganda.
one. Okay.
Yeah. So the road is called the Royal Mile. It is exactly 1 mile from the entrance of the palace to the entrance of the parliament.
Okay.
Yeah, the same road has 2 roundabouts. There is this one which has blocks in the middle of it. Another one, it is in the middle of the road in the form of a splintered ground. The king is the only person allowed to go straight.
To go straight?
Yeah, it's through these roundabouts.
Okay.
It's a sign of respect and symbolic that when the king is speaking or making any decision, the king is always straightforward.
Okay.
The king does not beat around the bush, so he goes straight.
Okay.
On the same road, so you can find the sculptures of the totems from the different clans aligned on the either sides. Animals, plants, insects, birds, they're all displayed on this road.
All right.
Yeah.
So these were the houses for the soldiers, yeah?
Yeah. The soldiers' families.
And who is staying here right currently?
The families of the soldiers currently guarding the palace.
The descendants?
The current soldiers guarding
the current
palace.
soldiers guarding the... Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, have you ever heard about Idi Amin torture chamber? Now this is the place. We want to take you through the process and how it took place. Now the readings shows you welcome to Idi Amin Aminari. That is crazy. Let's go and see what is happening right inside there. It looks dark, yeah? Let's go and see.
For him, by that time kingdoms were abolished and the palace was turned to be a barracks. Soldiers could stay here. So they built for him an armory which used for only 8 months, and they turned into torture chamber.
Inside here?
Yeah, he started capturing people whom he suspected to be against the government. They could arrest wherever you are, they turn your arms at the back, blindfold you, pack you in the boot of the car, then drive you around the town for some good hours to mentally distract you so that when you reach here, you can't tell where we are.
Okay.
So people who died here thought that they were far from Kampala. It was still within the city Kampala. So this made them unable to escape.
Okay.
Actually, over 25,000 Ugandans are suspected to have lost their lives here.
Thousands of Ugandans.
25,000.
25,000
Yeah.
lost their lives here.
And were mostly men, yeah, because the government were the ones who brought and tortured and killed here.
Okay.
So the place has 5 cells.
5 cells. So
The
this.
cells were built at the height of the truck. So the truck would park on one of the cells
Okay.
and open it up at the side through the offloading. Each cell had a strong sliding door to lock the vehicle safely inside. After the 8 months, trucks no longer enter.
Okay.
The place became for torture. This floor was filled with water. You can still see the water mark when you look here.
This place was filled with water.
Yes, you can still see the water mark here. And this water was electrified. Electric cables are still visible running through the walls to tap the water. So after arresting you and driving around the town to mentally distract you, they could make you stand into this water, then they connect power to extract out information from you. They could make you speak whatever you've been planning against the government.
When you step on the water.
Yeah. Some men immediately died of electric shock here. Those who survived were pushed inside the cells. They could put over 100 men in one cell. What could kill them mostly was suffocation, serious torture, and hunger. In case you manage to escape from one of the cells, you couldn't escape this water. When they bring any fresh one and find the weaker ones inside, they bring out the weaker ones, put in the water, they zap back the fresh ones. So they could do most of the activities at night. This was the electric switch, and the place had lights here.
All the electricity around here.
Yeah. So this water became muddy and dirty because the security men would step into it with their boats. So some men were dragged through this water before they were pushed inside the cells. This first cell has fingerprints of mud which are still visible up to date.
The watermark.
Fingerprints of mud.
Oh, fingerprints of the man. Okay.
You can still see them on the walls.
Ah.
Somebody here, maybe, we believe that he was dying of electric shock. He tried to scratch and left his fingernails here.
Ah.
Other men were shot directly using bullets. We have stray bullets. That's a bullet hole. Other bullet holes are there up. There is one below here. Others were covered with a cobweb.
Cobweb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the country became insecure. Go from Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa just to protect their lives. When Idi Amin was toppled, he ran back to his great friend Gaddafi in Libya for a short time. He continued to Iraq. He ended up in Saudi Arabia. He died in King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center. Then was taken to Jeddah in Mecca. There is a lady who came later. She had no good English, but shortly and said, "I'll never forget her husband was killed people of Obote. Her husband was a victim." Yeah. So we had many such places around the country. But since Uganda is a developing state, most of them have been destroyed. Some are now business centers which are no longer visible. This is the one which has been left intact. To serve as an education purpose to the schools and also to serve as a tourist destination for our visitors who come here.
So are these people eating inside here, or how are they surviving?
No, there was no survival here.
You're brought here to die, yeah? So much history here. So you say over 25,000 people
Yeah.
died here.
Yeah.
And these were people who were against the Idi Amin Dada government.
Yeah.
Okay. Were they politicians or just...
Of course, to be against the government, have the politician.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
You cannot be out of politics and almost the politicians.
Maybe activists like...
As long as you speak
Against the
the government, you have
Ah.
entered politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know why Swahili is not spoken in Uganda? Sounds so interesting that Uganda people buried Swahili. Let's get to hear more about this. It sounds really interesting.
During the times of Idi Amin and Obote, we don't speak Swahili here. During the times of Idi Amin and Obote, soldiers who could torture the people, all these processes which you've seen. soldiers who could steal people's property, soldiers who could rape women, they could use Kiswahili.
Okay.
And in a very threatening way. So today, if somebody speaks Kiswahili, actually they will let you to be a soldier. Actually, if you want to find people who speak good Swahili here in Uganda, it's the police and the army. Because for them it is compulsory in schools. They are taught. But it's very difficult to find a person who is born and raised here to speak fluent Swahili.
Okay.
So what Swahili as Uganda is gambling.
So
don't have good Swahili here.
Yeah. So that means Swahili is related to
military and bad people. That's what we take it to be.
Okay.
So when you speak Swahili, actually, when in public, somebody will ask, "Are you a soldier? Are you a police? Are you a military man?" So that's what they will, the perspective they will take on you.
So that is the reason why Swahili is not spoken here in Uganda.
The government tried to make it compulsory even in schools. It is taught, but you find that even students just do it to pass exams, not to take it as a career.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they teach Swahili in school, but they don't want to speak it after the school.
Yes.
Because they associate it with the bad things.
Yeah, with the bad things. So even today, even the president has good Swahili because he's a military man.
Okay.
These military men, they have very good Swahili. So today when this person comes to arrest you, again he speaks Kiswahili. Say, wewe, naenda wapi? Toa viato, kaa chini. So, and they use it in a very, 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 very threatening way. So people in Uganda, I find that most of them even hate Kiswahili as a language.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So it goes that Kiswahili was born in Tanzania, was raised and educated in Kenya. It got sick in Congo. It died and was buried here in Uganda.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So Swahili was born in Tanzania.
Yeah. It was raised
and educated in Kenya.
It got sick in Congo.
It got sick in Congo.
It died and was buried here.
It died and was buried here in Uganda.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. That is so interesting.
But it's not a very bad language. When you speak it
and
you say you are from Kenya, it will not be bad. But somebody who speaks it and is from here, that's what they will take you in court. They'll say, human.
You have a problem. Like, are you associated with military people?
Yeah.
Or you want to kill us?
Yeah. So if you find somebody who cannot speak good English in Uganda, always the second language will be Uganda, especially here in the central.
Okay.
Yeah. But not Swahili. When you greet somebody in Swahili, will say habari, will say nzuri, it will end there.
They don't want to speak it.
You will not continue with anything. It will end there.
That's really interesting. For us, we don't know much about. We don't even that we are growing it in Kenya.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So here, Swahili is very, 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 very poor.
Okay.
Very poor.
But Swahili now is being embraced like in African countries.
Yeah.
So it will be difficult still to practice it here in Tanzania, in Uganda.
The coming generations will start to embrace it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we will end it there. Thank you guys for watching.
Swimming in December, heading for the city light.